everyone, I'm John Michael Hoefling. He's
Tyree Smith.
That's right, and we're back at it once again with another edition of Friday Night Frenzy. Now, Tyree, that's right. At this point in the season, we know who the best teams in the UP are, right?
Yeah, I think we got a good idea.
We can sort of predict who should beat who at this point, right?
Basically, yeah.
You would think so, but the girls' side has been incredibly hard to predict as of late. Gwynn, they almost took down Westwood, losing 38-37 last week, and Negaunee, they lost to the Mountaineeners recently.
Exactly.
Right? Gwynn on the come up, right?
Right.
So with both the Miners and Patriots playing each other earlier tonight, not only was it a rivalry game, but it was also a chance for each team to get back on track with the playoffs. So close by. Let's see who grabbed that momentum. Out in Negaunee, Tessa Lease and the Patriots getting ready to take down Negaunee. Lease, the Beast, came into this game just 3 points away from 1,000 for her Westwood career. Less than 3 minutes in, already with 2, gets to the foul stripe, sinks the third. Tessa had told multiple people that she didn't want to know how close she was. You know, she might feel pressure, might start taking bad shots, so she was actually surprised. She didn't know that she hit it. She becomes just the 5th Westwood Patriot girl ever to score 1,000 points. The fans were there to support her. Everybody was loving it. Even Marquette's Aspen Michelin was in attendance to show support of her friend. Right there, you see it. Congratulations on a fantastic high school career. We look forward to seeing you at the collegiate level. Back to the game, Negaunee was on fire, especially Alyssa Hill. The Negaunee center was dominant in the paint. She was in motion all night. Fantastic job taking the load off the rest of the offense. She had 24 points. That led all scorers. And to show you how dominant she was, Chloe Norman, a bona fide scorer for Negaunee, didn't have a single point until 2 minutes left in the fourth. Yeah, Norman didn't need to score for her team to do well on offense. The unit was clicking on all ends. Second half now, Westwood trying to make a comeback. On the inbound, Maddie Koski, nice off-ball work, leads to a three-point attempt, and she's so good at those, it's like she could do them blindfolded. Later, Prophet driving to the paint. She kicks it out to the Koskinator once again. Buries it like she was a mortician. But it wasn't just her trying to make the dream work. Her sister, Jillian Koski, also got in on the action, getting to the rim and getting the points. Westwood got close, but in the end, it was too little, too late. The Negaunee girls defeat Westwood once again on their home court, 43-33 the final.
That was a good one. Now, down the street in a few turns from Iron Mountain, Kingsford.
A
few turns. Kingsford hosted the girls of Iron Mountain. First quarter, no score yet, but that was Changes Flivers. They find an opening and expose it, and Maggie Sterlo gets the first points of the game. Flivers, they have more in them. As Brooke Kriegel gets the steal, takes it all the way down the court for the easy layup. That sounds like Mike when he does that.
You're just spending too much time around here.
Later, though, Mountaineers, they start to pick it up as Maddie Sabrine gets the pass and drains the three for the first three for the game. Look at her throwing all the points, three-pointers. Exactly, but Kingsford, they will respond back fast as Kriegel gets the pass to the wing and nails a three-pointer. Later into the first, though, senior Tori Sorensen, she is good, folks, in the paint, gets the 2 points, puts them back up. But a quick turnaround as Kriegel nails the three straight down the middle for Kingsford. It was a fight early on, folks, and Sorensen, she's going to get the pass again. And what is that? Easy money for her. She's great in the paint, folks. But Kingsford, they were clicking on all cylinders tonight. As Allie Doolittle, she's going to get the pass in the paint.
Threading the needle.
Exactly. Kingsford wins 60-43 the final.
Oh, that was a nice little one right there, right between the legs.
I can't do that. I'm going to leave it to them.
I mean, you don't have the accuracy. I think I could.
You think you could?
Maybe. Taking a look at some scores elsewhere in the UP now. In boys basketball, the Calumet Copper Kings take down the Model Towners by a final of 57-45. Brevin Antela led the Kings with 17 points. Maston Love led the Model Towners with 14.
Good. And over in Lake Linden, the Lakes, they couldn't handle the visiting Jefferson Jets. 55-44 the final there. Christian Hawking had 26 points for the win.
Oh, that's a good score for him.
Definitely.
Elsewhere, the Blue Bolts were dominant as always. You know, they may very well be the best team in the Upper Peninsula, let alone Division IV.
Big statement.
That's some hot takes right there.
That's a hot take.
Yeah. Well, they take down Republic Michigami 72-33. And the Hawks never stood a chance.
Oh, man. Blue Bolts, I like that name. That's a good one. And Ewan, the Panthers, were defending their jungle well against the Vikings. Ewan Trout Creek wasn't going to let Baraga pillage their land. I think I said that right.
Pillage.
Pillage. I'm glad I have
Because that's what
you.
Vikings do, is pillage.
Pillage? Okay. That's why I have you, man. 70-51, the final in that one.
And meanwhile, in Ironwood, Mellon, Wisconsin came into town and burst their bubble, 76-72. Bad guys get the dub.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Well, Here we got the undefeated Iron Mountain hosting the Hancock Bulldogs, folks. First quarter, this is what we're going to start with. Marcus Johnson, he's going to miss his three, but Tony Ferreira would get the rebound to put it in for two. Very next possession for the Bulldogs. They have some good people on there. Freshmen, it's going to be good, but unfortunately, Foster Wonders was right there to get that point. Here we go, Hancock. They're going to get it stolen by Marcus Johnson. He does this all the time. Passes to Foster Wonders for the easy two. That is the tag team of Wonders and Johnson all night. It would happen here, though. Johnson with the pass, shoots, gets his own rebound, and what's he going to do? Step back, fade away. I wish I could do that. Gosh, you got to teach me something, Johnson. Later on, Foster gets the rebound, takes it all the way down the court, stops in his tracks, shoots the fadeaway for the jumper. You guys, they got to learn to stop a Hancock. They're young, but they are very good on defense once they get it going. Later on, a freshman, Vander Jarquez, nails the triple for Bulldogs, but Mountainers, they were too strong on offense as Marcus Johnson. What's he going to do, folks? Well, he's going to do what he always does. Nails the three-pointer from the corner. Wonders and Johnson combined for 47 as they grab the dub. 87-29, the final.
And that was Vanden. What did you say his last name was?
Why you got to do that? Why you got to do that? I know I messed it up.
Jaquez?
Jaquez?
Jacques. Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
No problem. In Crystal Falls, Forest Park unable to take down the Bark River Harris Broncos, 53-46, the final there.
Wow, I feel like I'm gonna mess this name up. The Fletch.
Felch.
See, the Nordics couldn't handle the Wolves. Incredible night for Carninato as they get the win, 87-64. Brett LaFleur led the Wolves with 34. All right, I got that one.
Meanwhile, and of course, Carninato also broke their school record tonight for three-pointers, nailing 24.
24
during the game. Yeah, wow, right?
All right. I like that. That's a tribute to Kobe, 24. You see that?
Yeah, meanwhile, over on the east side, Engadine and Brimley engaged in battle with the Eagles, winning on their home court, a close one, just 5 points over their opponents, 82-77 the final.
Meanwhile, in Newberry, Detour, they would get the road victory by a decent margin, 58-40 the final, and that one, great win for them.
And still with the boys, St. Ignace can't handle Rudyard. The Saints were turning the other cheek all night. 63-28 the final there.
Meanwhile, in Cedarville and Pickford, they were locked in on this one. Closest games all night. Only 4 points separating these teams, with the Panthers ultimately grabbing the dub. 50-46 the final.
Down in Gladstone, the Menominee Maroons were looking to do some devilish work trying to steal a win on an opponent's court. There's no worse feeling than letting someone come into your dojo and walk away with a win. No worse feeling in sports. Starting off, first quarter, they're going up even further. Zach Starzinski, nobody near him, so he takes his sweet time lining that one up, watching it drop. Those are the first points of the game, 3-0. Moments later, it's 5-0. Aiden Belisle tries to get fancy, going cross-court with the pass, intercepted. Loose ball, but Cam Ballard makes his defender jump and then goes to the hoop for a pair. And that's the Ballad of Ballard right there. So good all year long at getting to the rim. Those are Gladstone's first points. Later, Gladstone with it, but Brady Badker picks his man's pocket like a 15th century con man, and in a flash, he's down the other way. They get the bucket eventually after a couple misses, but you can't get more textbook than that. You know, backing up your teammate, get the steal. It's good. Menominee up 10. Back to the Braves. Ballard working with it in the corner, finds Rain Castor at the top of the arc, and he says, "Castor, make it rain." That he does.
Oh my goodness.
I love that one. Despite the Maroons getting out to an early lead, it would be Gladstone who, despite the Maroons coming away with an early lead, they would also get the win, because more people grabbing a nice play. Ryan Poley getting the dub there, 84-76 the final. Menominee gets the win.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was closer than you would have thought, right?
Honestly.
Gladstone made it very close. They're a tough team.
They're a really good team. We're still with the boys. Sheboygan, Sault Ste. Marie. They were going at it on the hardware earlier tonight. Sheboygan made it close, but the Blue Devils will come out victorious, 48-44 the final.
Meanwhile, in Ontonagon, Chassel made a valiant effort to steal one on the road, but Ontonagon would end up with the win, 58-55.
And out in North Central, close game despite it being 9 points, as we had ourselves an overtime battle between the Jets and Knights, with North Central coming out on top over Norway. The final was 75-66. Now, down in Rapid River, the Rockets were hosting the Mid-Peninsula Wolverines for a Skyline Central Conference matchup. Rockets senior Tyler Sutherland nailed his 1,000th point early on in the game. So congrats to him. You gotta love it. It was a nice one. See, watch this right here. Watch this right here. 1,000 point. Oh, well, I thought we had it. But halfway through the first quarter, Wolverines' Joe McKinley gets the ball outside, shoots the three-pointer. Nice one. Very next play. Suddenly passes it to Max Larkiner in the corner, and he answers with the three-pointer of his own. I need to learn lessons from them so I can shoot threes. Now into the second quarter.
You could say that.
Maybe. Zach England brings it down the court, hits his deep pass to Sam O'Neal, flips it back in. England gets it. It was a nice score right there. A little later, England has it behind the three-point line. He gets a little pick from separation, pulls the trigger, drains 3 more. Next play, Vincent Mouche hits his own three-pointer to keep the Rockets in the lead. Threes all around. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, I don't know which is happening.
Zach England. The name just sort of fits, right?
Basically, at the other end, he would draw the foul and one, so he would go to the line. A little bit later, though, the Rockets are on the fast break and grabbing the rebound. Larkiner gets the pass to Suddenly, who passes back to Michelle behind the arc, drains another 3, nearing the end of the first half. And we're going to keep going, folks. England passes it to McNally, who shoots another long ball. This time it bounces out to England, takes the dribble, puts it back in for another bucket. And it was a good one, folks. I'm telling you, back and forth action. Then suddenly drives it to the basket, lays it up, bounces it to a teammate, Griffin Floff, who puts it in the back. And it'll be a back and forth game all night. But Rapid River, they will come up with the victory, beating Mid-Penn 76-66.
Oh, that's weird to see, because anytime you see Zach England have a night like he just had, I mean, how many highlights of those were him?
Probably about a good 5 or 6 of them.
5 or 6 of them, right? Whenever Zach England goes off, you feel like they're going to come away with the win, but Mid-Penn couldn't grab it there. Rapid River, very difficult in this
Very
one.
good teams when they get it going.
Yeah, before we end our frenzy, we got to take a look at some hockey scores. Negaunee doing the UP proud, heading down to the Lower Peninsula and winning handedly. 5-2 the final there.
Gotta love it. You know, Negaunee, they were struggling a little early on, but once they get that offense going, they're pretty good. Gotta love it. However, in college hockey, Northern, they didn't make the same luck, basically.
No.
But hey, at least the UP team won, right?
I mean, I guess.
Basically.
We can look at it that way.
I guess 6-1, the Wildcats dropped this one. Max Hugmix had 2 goals for the Lakes. The long goal for NMU came off a stick from Luke Volton, but it didn't make it in time. It was already 5-0 Lake Superior State.